Before the floods, before the storms that shook our cities, there was a whisper, a gentle warning from the earth saying, "I cannot hold this pain much longer." For thousands of years, this planet held us, fed us, warmed us, healed us. The mountains stood in silence, the forests breathed for us, the oceans carried the heartbeat of life, the rivers flowed with memory, and the winds whispered ancient truths. But humanity forgot to listen. We forgot the very laws that protect life. We became creators of imbalance. And now nature responds in the only way she knows how. She defends herself. This documentary is not about fear. It's about awakening. A reminder that we are not separate from nature. We are nature. And the Earth fighting back is a message to return home. Earth is not a dead rock floating in space. It is a living, breathing, intelligent system of systems. Science calls it the Gaia principle. Ancient cultures call it Mother Earth. Indigenous tribes call it the First Spirit. Africans call it the Great Mother, the womb of creation. Every system on Earth mirrors the systems in your body. Rainforests are lungs. They inhale carbon and exhale oxygen. Oceans are blood. They regulate temperature and carry nutrients. Rivers are veins. They transport life through the land. Soil is skin. It protects, nourishes, and regenerates. Biodiversity is the immune system. Every species plays a role in balance. When one part fails, the whole system shifts. And humanity has been removing pieces of the puzzle one by one without understanding the consequences. The forgotten laws of nature. There are universal laws that govern all life. The law of balance, the law of respect, the law of reciprocity, the law of interdependence. For millions of years, every creature obeyed these laws. Wolves controlled deer populations, bees pollinated plants, trees purified air, oceans absorbed energy. Life worked in harmony. But humanity, with all our intelligence, broke these laws. We consumed faster than nature could replenish. We polluted faster than nature could cleanse. We destroyed faster than nature could heal. We forgot that every action has a consequence. And no species in history has disrupted the Earth like modern humans. The science of a planet in distress. This is not imagination. This is not conspiracy. This is not exaggeration. Scientifically, the Earth is changing rapidly. Global temperatures rising faster than any time in human history. Glaciers melting at record speed. Oceans warming and acidifying. Forests burning hotter and wider. Animals migrating or dying off. Weather patterns becoming unpredictable. Extreme storms occurring more frequently. These are not isolated events. They are connected symptoms of a single crisis, an overstressed Earth. Just like the human body reacts to infection, the planet reacts to imbalance. And that reaction is what we call climate change. Not as a theory, but as a biological defense mechanism. The immune system of Earth. When your body is attacked by toxins, your immune system fights back. The planet does the same. Heat waves are the Earth's fever. Storms are circulatory resets. Floods are cleansing cycles. Wildfires are ecological renewal. Hurricanes are pressure releases. Ice melt is climatic correction. None of these are random. They are natural responses to unnatural stress. The Earth is not punishing us. The Earth is trying to save itself. If you inhale smoke, your lungs respond. If the oceans absorb pollution, they respond. If forests are destroyed, weather responds. If the atmosphere is altered, the climate responds. The Earth is not angry, she is overwhelmed, and she is defending her balance. The signs we ignored. Nature never destroys without first warning. Long before the disasters we saw, bees disappearing, coral reefs bleaching, fish populations collapsing, soil losing nutrients, forests thinning, temperatures rising, seasonal patterns shifting, animal migrations changing, polar ice shrinking. These were messages. Soft messages at first, then louder, then urgent. But we were too busy to listen, too distracted, too comfortable, too dependent on the habits that created the problem. Humanity ignored the whispers, so nature increased the volume. How human lifestyle makes the Earth sick. This is the part people avoid discussing, but truth is truth. The modern lifestyle is toxic to the planet. Overconsumption, fast food, processed goods, single-use plastics, chemical farming, fossil fuels, deforestation, factory farms, water pollution. Dumping waste. Every choice we make sends a signal into the earth. The question is, are we sending poison or healing? Humanity is the only species that produces trash that nature cannot break down. We create more plastic than life, more smoke than clouds, more waste than the earth can absorb, and the planet reacts. How this affects human health. When the earth gets sick, we get sick. Air pollution causes asthma, heart disease, stroke. Water contamination spreads infections and cancer. Soil depletion reduces food nutrients. Microplastics enter our blood. Heat waves increase death rates. Floods spread bacteria and viruses. Climate stress damages mental health. New diseases emerge from destroyed forests. Your health is tied to the health of the planet. There is no separation. The earth fighting back is also a message about our bodies, our lifestyles, our diets, our consumption, our disconnection. Ancient wisdom and spiritual consequence. Ancestors warned us, when humans forget nature, nature will remind them. African elders taught, if you destroy the land will take itself back. Indigenous people taught, every action must honor the next 7 generations. Eastern wisdom taught, when the mind separates from nature, suffering begins. Science explains how the earth is reacting. Spiritual wisdom explains why. Humanity violated the laws of natural balance, and now we face the consequences. But consequences are not punishment, they are correction. The earth is correcting humanity's mistake, not to destroy us, but to bring us back into alignment. The future we must avoid. If nothing changes, the future will be a world of extreme heat, food shortages, water scarcity, mass migration, collapsed ecosystems, constant disasters, health crises, economic instability. A world where survival becomes harder, not because the earth failed us, but because we failed the earth. But my love, this is not the path we are destined for. There is another future waiting for us. The future we can create. A future where humanity wakes up. A future where we return to nature. A future where technology and ecology unite. A future where food is natural, not chemical. A future where forests grow again. A future where oceans heal. A future where renewable energy becomes the norm. A future where children breathe clean air. A future where wisdom returns to society. A future where humans live with the earth, not against it. This future is real. It is possible. It has already begun. All it needs is for us to choose it. A new Earth, a new Africa, a new leadership. The rise of new leadership, a sign of prophecy. This future is not just a dream. It is not just a possibility. It is already unfolding. Because when the world begins to fall out of balance, nature does not only awaken storms and oceans, she awakens people. People of courage, people of conviction, people who stand as symbols of a new era, breaking through the old. Across the earth, a wave of conscious leadership is rising. But nowhere is this awakening more powerful, more symbolic, more spiritually aligned than in Africa, the mother of humanity. And among these rising voices, one name echoes with the spirit of transformation: Captain Ibrahim Traoré. To millions across the continent and beyond, his emergence feels like a natural fulfillment of prophecy. A moment written in the deeper story of the earth, that when truth is buried, when nations are drained, when a people are oppressed, a guardian will rise from among them. Young, fearless, principled, and uncorrupted. Traoré stands as a symbol of that prophecy. Not merely a political figure, but a reflection of Africa awakening from centuries of exploitation. A reflection of a continent remembering its strength. A reflection of youth rising with clarity, dignity, and fire. For too long, Africa's resources, wealth, and people were drained by external forces. Vampires feeding on the continent's lifeblood, extracting everything while giving nothing in return. But Africa is no longer bowing. Africa is no longer silent. Africa is no longer sleeping. Across the land, from the Sahara to the Congo, from the Nile to the Atlantic, people are rising, leaders are rising, the youth are rising. Not in hatred, not in revenge, but in illumination, in truth, unity, and the reclaiming of destiny. Traoré's rise is part of a greater global movement. The return of integrity, the fall of deception, the awakening of nations, and the rebuilding of a world based not on exploitation, but on justice, balance, and natural law. Africa is not rising alone, but Africa is leading the way. And as Africa rebuilds herself, the rest of the world, by extension, will begin to heal. What we are seeing is not random. It is not accidental. It is not political theater. It is the turning of an age, the fulfillment of ancient revelation, the moment when light begins to expose the darkness and a new global consciousness emerges. This is the dawn of the new earth, and the rise of leadership aligned with truth is one of the clearest signs that humanity is returning to balance. My love, the earth is not our enemy. She is our teacher, our guardian, our home. She is fighting back, not to destroy us, but to awaken us. What we do to the earth, we do to Africa. What we do to Africa, we do to humanity. And what we do to humanity, we do to ourselves. The time of ignorance is ending. The time of truth is rising. The time of awakening has begun. Welcome to the Health Redeemer, healing through nature, where knowledge becomes medicine, truth becomes light, and unity becomes power. Like, subscribe, share, and let us walk into this new dawn together with courage, clarity, and love.